Well, hi, hello, and welcome. My name's Dave Smith. I'm Dave. I'm the founder of Spice UK. And how exciting is this? Welcome to our webinar. So that's my picture on the screen there. During the webinar, you're not going to actually see us, but we are here live, giving you all the information and going to tell you a little bit about Spice and how you can explode your social life and really make a difference to the sort of things that you get up to at the weekends and during the night. I've also got with me Sandra Eccles, Sandra Willis, who's our longest serving regional coordinator with over 20 years experience. There's Sandra
Hi,
on the
everybody.
screen. And Sandra currently runs Yorkshire Spice. There are 8 Spice groups around the country, but Sandra's been with us a long time now, and so I've asked her along to help with the webinar. So with no more ado, I think what I'm going to do is hand over to Sandra to explain what the webinar is about.
Okay, yep, my turn. And today we're just going to give you an insight into Spice, a look at how we work, a tour of our websites, and just show you various bits, go through some of the events that are great for new members, and really give you a really good starting point for joining Spice and doing lots of things. Now, one thing just to make you aware of right at the beginning, we are going to be doing a very special membership offer at the end of this webinar. So we'll be telling you that at the end once we've told you all about Spice, and hopefully by then you'll have made the decision to join. Now, hopefully we're going to hope it lasts about 45 minutes. If at any point you do have any questions, you can type them below and we'll try and answer them as we go through the webinar. We'll try and watch for them popping up and do our best to answer them. So I'm going to pass back to Dave now that I've introduced myself to start you off with Spice.
Okay, well, what are we about? Well, SPICE stands for Special Program of Initiative, Challenge and Excitement. And in essence, it's probably the easiest to grasp the concept if you think of us as an adult youth club. We've been around 30 years now. We're in our 30th year this year, and we're celebrating with all sorts of super events as the year goes along. And this is our 30th year. If you like, I like to think that we sort of started the social networking. It's all the rage now with Facebook and Twitter and so on. But if you like, we're about social networking, but in real life, out there on the street, sort of at the cutting edge, meeting people, making friends is really what it's all about. And obviously, having some amazing things happen in our social lives, and we try and find lots of really super things. What we're not about is webinars or meetings, committee meetings, and so on. So this is probably the last time you'll do a webinar with us. And we're not a singles club. We like to get that one in because often people who don't know about Spice will assume that we're a singles group, but we are open to couples, and there's a percentage, about 10%, 15% of our members are couples. A lot of members are single, but it's not about dating. It's just about having fun together and meeting people. And we don't balance the sexes on our events or the age range. It is all about people coming together from all walks of life and having a great fun time on the activities, and that's the common denominator, that we all want to pack more into life and have fun together. We're also not a dangerous sports club. Our roots are originally we were an adventure club primarily, and we obviously do fire eating and swim with sharks, and we still do those events. But now the program has expanded massively, and there is a huge social program and sort of soft program, if you like, as well, running alongside all the adrenaline events. But sometimes there is this, people do sometimes remember us as an adrenaline adventure organisation for jumping out of aeroplanes and so on. So, but I want you to bear in mind, social's massive, really. We're really social.
Lots of parties and fun nights out. So one big question people often have is what are the people like in Spice? What type of people join? Well, basically all types of people. The only criteria we do have is we're adults only. So don't have children in the group. We have people in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. Even think we might have a couple into their 80s. So it's just like-minded people who want to get out, meet people and have fun. Now, if you want to see for yourself, you can go on our website here. We've got a whole bank of member testimonials from different people, couples, single people, new members, different ages, people who like different events. So have a little play of these videos. They're great to listen to. These are all real Spice members who are in Spice, recorded on one of our big weekends away, telling you what they think about Spice. So lots of different people, different walks of life, different backgrounds, who are just wanting to make friends and meet people. Now, the other question is, why does somebody join Spice? People can join for a variety of reasons. It might be, as Dave mentioned about the adrenaline events, it might be they've always wanted to go whitewater rafting, or the chance to drive a Ferrari around a racetrack, or maybe learn to salsa dance. Or it could be that maybe they've moved new to the area, they're new to somewhere and they wanted to make some new friends, expand their social circle. Or it could be that maybe they've just realised that there's a little bit more to watching X Factor on a Saturday night or something, and they want to get out a bit more. So it can be for a variety of reasons, but one thing we found is when you chat to most people, underlying it, it's just a basic fact that people would just like to make some more friends for one reason or another. And for that reason, Spice is a really friendly group, because everybody that joins is receptive to making friends. Doesn't matter whether they've only been in 5 days, 5 months, 5 years. They're the type of person that wants to get out there and meet people and do lots of different things and just have a lot of fun. Now, when you first join Spice, just going to show you on our website here, we do have a whole sort of section called New to Spice, which has got lots of information in here for you. So by all means, after this webinar, have a look through this. You can look at the video, the Spice movie, little DVD. There will be local preview nights in your area that you can go along to, meet other prospective new members. And lots of little tips down here, and there's also a how it works tab which is worth looking at, and that sort of tells you how to sort of book events and this type of thing and holidays and whatever. So have a good look through this New to Spice section. That's specifically written for new members, prospective members, and you can sort of click to whichever group is local for you on there. Now, obviously, one very important thing that you're all going to want to know is, if you join Spice, is how much it costs. So if we just click on this Join Today, these are our fees. But don't forget, we are putting a special offer on. But the current fees at the moment, should you not join through the webinar, are £12 per month by direct debit. Now, our direct debits come out on the 15th of each month, and you don't join us for any fixed term. You stay as long as short as you want. And you just sort of manage your own membership. So it's £12 per month or £18 per month if there's two people living at the same address. It says couple, but it could be mum and daughter, father and son, whatever. And we also do offer annual rates if people want to join on an annual basis. Now, as well as that, because we know that you'll be happy when you join us, we're very happy to offer you our 3-month unconditional money-back guarantee. So if you try us, try a few events, and you really find you're not for us, then we will refund the first 3 months of your membership. So you can always action that. So there's not an awful lot to lose. It's worth coming along and giving it a go. So those are the membership fees, and as I say, we will put the offer on at the end. So when you join Spice, what actually happens is, you, as well as getting access to our website, you also get a newsletter. And we've just got the Yorkshire franchise one up here, but each group has their own local newsletter, absolutely packed with events. So you can see here, this is one for September and October 2011, and this is our calendar. But then as we go further into the newsletter, it starts to list all the events. So for this, it's got the sports nights, and then, oh sorry, it does take a bit of time to come up, but we've got walks on here, and then further in we would have more events. So I'm not going to flick through all this now because it'd take a bit of time, but by all means go on your local group and have a look at their newsletter. So I'm going to pass back to Dave now, who's going to explain about our Spice Marketplace.
Well, it's just another benefit of joining, really. There are a few other benefits apart from the program, which is obviously our main, the main thing that we offer our members. But we do have a marketplace on the site where we have offers for our members, and their special offers here, and that's just a little tab at the bottom of the main menu. And we also have a special selection of something we call Spice Extras. And again, if you go to the main website, on the main website there is a button there on the menu, and it talks about Spice Extras. And what that is, again, is lots of discounts off major suppliers. Tesco's, for example, give us 5%, and there's a lot of high street stores in there, and these are all discounts that you can generate by once you're a member of Spice.
There's some amazing holiday discounts.
Some great holiday discounts.
Exodus we use and get
Lots.
really good discounts. Solos holidays.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can easily save your membership if you're going to be doing one of
Lots
those
of members
holidays.
we here save their membership fee. I mean, membership is effectively the cost of a Starbucks a week, and if you can't save that back from just this part of the website, then
I'm sure they will.
But obviously, primarily, it's about the events.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just talk a little bit about the events. We really do offer a massive range, from the adrenaline ones we've talked about, through to sports, through to social and party nights, through to weekends away and overseas holidays. So massive range of type of events which you can do. Now this sort of lists the type that we do. But also, as well as a massive range of type, there's also a big range of prices, because we do try and offer value for money at Spice, and we appreciate everybody's budget's different. So the events range from free for pub nights to a few pounds for maybe a sports night or a walk, right up, if you want to drive a Ferrari, obviously it's going to be a bit dearer, or if you want to go rafting down the Grand Canyon. So there's a massive range, and you can filter on these events. You can look at them. There's events here that are good for new members, or you could just maybe look at air events if you wanted, or meal and party nights. Now the biggest problem you're going to be faced with is deciding which to go, because you really will be spoilt for choice with Spice. But just to give you a few pointers, there are some events that we think are really good for new members. Now
just to jump in there, just to give you a reassurance, we're looking at the West Midlands sort of Birmingham area website here. But obviously, and so these events we're going to be looking at are based in that area. But each website obviously have got their own events in your area. So this is just an example as we're doing this nationally.
Yeah, no, good point, Dave. So what I'll actually do now is I'll try and pull up the events. These are the events that are good for new members. So the first one is 10-pin bowling. 10-pin bowling, doesn't matter whether you're good or not. People play different formats, and it's just about having a bit of laugh, having a bit of fun. So for every event, you can click on it, pull it up. It's got your date, where it is, the time, the price, and a description of the event. So you can look at each event and pick and choose. So say 10-pin bowling is a really good one for new members. The other one that is really good is something called a dinner shuffle. Now what these are, they're generally 3-course meals, and you actually change places between the courses. So we've got one here, kebabish dinner shuffle experience. So you get to sit with different people, and it's all done random. So, sit with one person or a few people for the first course, different for the second course. Great one for meeting new members. You will find they're very popular. They do book up, because our existing members also like them, because they like to come down and meet new members as well. So dinner shuffle's great. And then the other one that's good is anything, if you like the outdoors, walks and rambles. These are really good for new members, and we offer a massive range of these. Different levels of walk, from easy through to sort of more the hikes, the harder level. And there will be some we like social things on. There's a Sutton Park Twilight Ramble, for example, on this one. It's a ramble and supper. I like the sound of that. We get to eat at the end of it. So lots of different walks. They're great for new members. Now, if you are looking for something a bit more adrenaline, anything that says for the terrified or for beginners is great. So, for example, one of our really popular events at the moment is abseiling. Oops, I've left that on ramble. Abseiling for the terrified. That's a fantastic one. great instructor, makes you feel really at ease. Now, he knows you're going to be terrified. That's why it's called it when you get there. But it's a real buzz once you've done it, and you get to meet other people on the event. Then once you've done that, I'm pretty certain you'll be wanting to book caving for the terrified, rock climbing for the terrified. We won't be able to stop you once you start going. So like the adrenaline, any of those beginners events. And then finally, the best sort of category, if you're feeling brave enough to go on something, is our weekends away. And we really do offer a massive range of weekends. Going to pull these up now. They could be anything from, this is a boating one, walking one, mountain activities one. We do social ones like a painting weekend, badminton coaching.
Spa weekends.
Murder mystery weekend. That's
yeah.
brilliant. We have an annual murder mystery weekend. Or even little trips abroad, a Seville break there. So weekends away, you'll be roomed with somebody, so automatically you'll be sort of meeting other people. There would be a single available on most holidays if you want to, but we actually recommend sharing with somebody. It's nice to share the fun, have someone to walk down to breakfast with. So weekends are great for making new friends and bonding. Now, I've mentioned that, of course, as well. We've got our overseas breaks. So what I'm going to do now is just pass back to Dave, and he's going to go through the overseas holidays as well.
Yeah, obviously, one of the other big things that we do is our holidays. So we'll get to them. Here they come. And on all the websites, there is this big button there with, in fact, that's Sandra in overseas somewhere.
It was China in a tuk-tuk, I think.
Tuk-tuk, and that will take you to the holiday section that we do. Now, we run about 50 group holidays throughout the year. So they're 2 or 3 departures a month, and they vary in sort of size and scope of holidays. So you can see here on some of the lists that coming up, we've got a Turkey chill out. Now the chill outs, they're more relaxing holidays where it is about just, unwinding. We maybe go to somewhere like Lake Garda or Turkey in that case. So look out for those, and that's just to go away with a sociable crowd of people. There's options on the days, but you can just absolutely read your book and have enjoy a few meals, go shopping, that sort of thing. The chill outs are that series of holidays are like that. But then we also go to high adrenaline holidays and tour holidays. So, for example, we've got here Marrakesh in the Sahara, going to Morocco, and that's a super holiday. That is with one of our travel partners, Exodus. And that is a bit more exciting, a bit more rough and ready. I'm not sure if it's camping, that one, but
staying in a riad.
Staying in a riad, which is a bit like a bed and breakfast. But there's a whole range of adventure type holidays. Our signature trip, one of our great trips, and I must mention it, is the Grand Canyon rafting trip, which we have been doing for the last 20 years. Lots of members now have been down Grand Canyon with us for 7 days, about 300 miles. It's a fabulous trip, and that's our special trip. It's a unique trip that I think is hard to organise yourself.
It always sells so quickly, doesn't it? So it's last few places.
We have to book that a couple of years in advance, pay deposits to secure the spaces. So have a look around the holiday section, because they're really super. We're big on skiing, I just should say.
Lots of ski trips.
Again, you can manipulate these by using the search bar at the top. So there is a note here, ski trips, and there's a huge ski program. There's also a local ski trip from your local group. We'll do one. So Thames Valley or London or Yorkshire will do their own ski trip as well, but these are the national ones. So you've got a big choice, often great prices, often very much cheaper than brochure price. So check those out. We do also beginners ski trips. If you've not skied before, that's a great way to go away with a whole crowd of beginners. It's a lot of fun.
A really good price for if you're trying it out for the first time.
Absolutely. We go to Bulgaria, where it is actually cheaper than Europe, and great skiing there. So that's a little insight into some of the holidays, and again, a great thing to the holidays are really special actually, and we do send people along on most of the holidays as a sort of coordinator accompanying the group, and they add that extra value and sort of social element to it. And the other thing is obviously we a lot of people want singles more and more. So we do a series of solos holidays, we call them, and we work with solos, but that's all single rooms. So if you're a if you value your singleness, or if you want to be not sharing, then check those out. So we do those, and on most of the trips we do offer a single option, but obviously that is an optional extra increase. So there is also a brochure, a holiday brochure, which comes to you, as well as it all being duplicated on the website. And there's a copy of it just there. So there we go. So I hope that's interesting. That's a little bit about the holidays. Next thing we want to talk about is have a quick 2 minutes on Facebook. Because
favorite topic.
Yes, Facebook. I know some people love it, some people hate it, but it is the world's biggest social networking platform. It's huge, obviously, with 800 million people, and lots of our members are on it. So we're on it too. So do navigate to our page or our pages. Now, this is the Spice UK page. So if you search on Spice UK with a little gap in between it, you should be able to hopefully find our page, and then you can like us, and that way you'll be able to follow all the content that we put onto our page. It should come into your news feed, and we're offering all sorts of, it's just another channel, if you like, of giving you lots of content about Spice and fun things, little competitions, and little video updates. We do a weekly video update of what's happening around the Spice world, and you can chat and obviously comment to members. So it's just another way of engaging with Spice, and I know the people who are on Facebook really value that and enjoy it. And as well as the Spice UK page, we also have all the local pages. So depending on what area you are, if you just, again, there is a link on the Spice UK page, but if you search for Spice Yorkshire or Spice Thames Valley in this case, you'll get to their page, and again, that way you'll get local news. Yeah. So you'll get all the information that's coming from your area. And
it's well worth joining both Spice UK and your local page, definitely, so you get all the information that you need. So.
And we're also on YouTube, and we've got a YouTube channel, and we're on Twitter, we're tweeting, so
we do it all.
I'm sure you'll find us if you look
start searching, we'll be everywhere. So,
and we'd encourage you to leave comments, and
definitely, we like to hear from our members. So
often new members often introduce themselves.
On Facebook, and tell us how they've gotten on their events. And things.
What's coming up.
Yeah, great. Well, obviously, hopefully, you're liking what you see. If you are thinking of joining and new to Spice, the best way to get started is to get yourself out on some events. Now, each group runs various different things. There will be specific new members events. So when you join, have a good look through when you get your new members pack, because everybody sent a new members pack once you join. Have a look in that. Have a look in the newsletter and on the website, what's recommended for new members in your area. We obviously went through some events before. One little tip I would say is when you're booking your first event, maybe try and think of booking an event that has something interactive with it. So where you are going to be chatting and mixing with members, like the ones we mentioned earlier, or a quiz night or something like that. Some of those events can be a little bit easier than maybe a big party or a pub night. Something where you're having some activity and you've got a function really to chat about. That's a great way. Let's say, check out this new to Spice tab. You can even look at, on Meet the Team, maybe look at the pictures. All the events have a coordinator on, so you know who you're looking for when you walk through the door. In your new members joining letter, you'll be sent some sort of ideas on how to get into the club. So have a good look, make it as easy as possible for yourself. But do remember, we're a really friendly group, so once you turn up, within a few minutes you'll be put at your ease and you'll have met the coordinator, and then I'm sure once you've got your bowling shoes on, your hiking boots or your party frock, whatever, you'll soon be having a great time. Now what I'm going to do now, I haven't forgotten, we said we were going to do a special joining offer tonight. So let's talk about how to join Spice. So what we're going to do is we're going to head, if I can find it, to the, I'll do it from here, to the Manchester area, just to show you how to join Spice. This is the same basically for all the groups, but if you're looking at joining Spice, you can either do it from the home page, and where there's a very big join now button. So if we just go to there and then we can click on that. Here it is, join today, sorry. You just click on join today, and then it's going to come up with the current membership fees. But what we're actually going to offer is today we're going to offer half price membership. So where it says £12 per calendar month, we're actually going to be doing that at £6, and that's going to be available for 6 months, and then we're going to click you back up to the £12 per month. So that's a massive saving really, that you're going to get. Now the way to action this is you still press here on the £12 per calendar month, so you get the joining form up. You fill your details in here, then right at the bottom there's a promotion code. If you type the word webinar in here, when we receive your joining form, we will know that you attended this webinar, and we will change your amount to £6 per month, which will be running for the first 6 months. Now this offer is available until midnight tomorrow evening, so you need to do that. Now as well as that, because we're very generous, we're actually also going to throw the first month in free. So you're not going to be charged anything your first month that you've joined, and then after that you're going to be charged half price for 6 months before you revert up to the £12 per month. And also don't forget, we've also got that 3-month unconditional money back guarantee that we talked about earlier. That's also in force for all of you. So all you need to do now is to go and click join here, fill your details in, put in that promotional code webinar, and you'll get the first month free, half price for 6 months as an offer, and you need to do that by midnight tomorrow night. So I think we'll finish there. So quite often when people are thinking about joining Spice, why should they join Spice? You know, why should they, I don't know, go windsurfing, salsa dancing? Why drive a Ferrari? Why go tank driving even? And the answer to that is why not? You know, life's for living. Why not out there doing all those fantastic opportunities that are on offer? Why not out there having a great time? Why not each of you? Why just the current Spice members, or myself and Dave having a good time? Why not each of you? As long as you're over 18, there's no reason you can't join Spice. So why not each of you out there? And finally, why not each of you out there now having a great time doing the activities? It's as simple as pressing click that join today button and taking up the special offer. So why not each of you now? And so I'm just going to pass over to Dave to wrap up, because he's best at that.
Well, I just want to again say thank you for attending. I hope it's been interesting and worthwhile. We've tried to minimise the risks, so there's no risk really to you to give it a try and see how Spice can really explode your social life and make a huge difference to the quality of your life. This is opportunity knocking on your door. So a bit like the National Lottery, it could be you. So we hope we'll see you on an event soon. We hope we'll see you in the club. Give it a go for a couple of months. You've nothing to lose, and we can guarantee that in a couple of months' time you'll have a whole list of amazing and exciting and unusual and funky activities and events that you'll be able to tell your friends all about. So there you go, it's all over to you now. So I hope you'll take some action and join us. And thanks again.
Thank you. Yes,
thanks for
see
coming.
You on the event.
And we'll see you on the event soon. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye. 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 Bye.